All right, all right. Yo, this is a quick show. I promise it's a quick show. Listen, yesterday we got into the topic of check your aura, right? We got into a few videos and stuff like that. All right. All right. So a thing that is stood out to me while watching or listening to all of those videos was that from everything I told you too, and about spiritual protection and projecting a certain type of energy and stuff, right? You know, you need to understand that as spiritually in tune people, and I tell you this all the time, this is probably something that requires you to open up your journal and take some notes. You will always lift the mask of other people. You will lift masks that they don't even think anybody else could lift. Okay? You will bring out things that people cannot hide. The people that I communicate with the most are those type of people. I can be honest with them. I can show myself, but I'm not my true self with anybody but my partner. Like, she's the only one that I'm really my true self with. And I have these kind of people around me. And I appreciate having people like that around me. You know what I'm saying? That's just me, though. A lot of people, they don't want aware people around them. I think people who don't pay attention are dangerous people. And I don't like to have anybody like that around me. That's just me, though. That's just me. Another thing is, think about how, you know, what people attract when they walk out the door. What kind of energy do they attract? Like I've been paying attention to my energy. You know, I won't say exactly what it is, but I'll say this. It was a certain energy that I used to feel very intrigued by and like it, and I really liked it and all this kind of stuff. Versus now, since I've been with this person, I have a different perspective of that energy since this particular person has been in my life. But you have to be able to pay attention to yourself to recognize those kind of transformation and changes. I also noticed that there's a thing where I feel like just from my past experiences with people in general, which will be in my 30s, right? I don't really go back too far in the 20s, but in my recent years of like maybe about 5-7 years ago, I realized that like people don't even sometimes see what kind of spirits they have. Like they don't see how jealous they are. They don't see how envious they are. They don't see how fucking hateful they are of other people. You know, and let me tell you something. People's disdain and dislike for you will always rear its head. No one can pretend that they don't like. They can't hide that they do not like you. All right? I need you to understand that. I need you to pay attention to everything. People can't hide that they do not like you, no matter how much they try to hide. There are times I get an inkling of a fucking feeling. I'll be like, this person don't like me. And I can read out why they don't like me. And I keep it moving. But you have to understand, if you are walking around here as a puppet master or being a little master manipulator or whatever, have you call yourself, you need to know that's going to come with the territory. You need to know that when you are putting on your different mask that you know that you're putting on, you need to know that comes with the territory. It comes with the territory because that is what you are asking for. You are not only are you going to be somebody who does what you do, but you're going to be in tune when someone is recognizable of disagreeing with your energy. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? So you don't look at that, it's backwards. You don't look at that and go, oh my gosh, why don't all these people like me? None of them. No, you need to tell the truth to yourself. And you got to understand, there are people that's not in tune to the capacity of you to even notice somebody likes them or to even notice they don't like them or do. You got people out here that have got killed because they thought people liked them. And that's not you. You know that you mean. You know you don't like people. You probably even hate people because you know people. Only people who hate people know people. You're not a hater. That's a different kind of energy than when you hate people. Like you just don't like people. Because you know them. And you know them more, you know them better than what you think you know people. Okay? Another thing to note. As you navigate, you are going to intuitively pick up things. You're going to pick up when somebody's trying to fill you out. You're going to pick up when somebody's reading you. There's a woman at work. It's so funny. That thing Robert Greene said is so true. I cut the corner and I said goodnight to her on purpose. And she told me bye in a very nasty way. This is when we were getting off work, because that's when you really find out who don't like you. And you know why she really don't like me? Because I can pick up that, I can just pick it up. But guess what? I already got a plan for her. If I'm ever around her at work, I'm going to say to her, don't talk about me in Spanish. That's what I'm going to do. You know why I'm going to do that? Because I know that she does. And even if she doesn't, it's just the point of just being a complete asshole. Okay? That's what I do. But that's just me, though. You don't have to do what I do. Your energy may get into the joker zone where some people, you just avoid them. You walk around them. Oh, let me tell you something. Walking around people is a very high manipulative thing to do. It is very offensive. People get very offended when you walk around them. It's the most interesting thing. Okay? You walk around them, you avoid them, even if they don't. Because the thing about people who try to hide their ways, when they see that you respond to them that way and you do it publicly, it's something in them will begin to start responding some type of way, like, oh shit. You see what I'm saying? You gotta understand, some people ain't worth it. Okay. And I look at your association. You fuck with the whore of the job. Okay. I stay away from troublemakers at work. I don't want to work around them. I don't want to be around them. I don't want them on my line. I don't want nothing to do with them. I stay away from the troublemakers. Understand something else too. People get to know you and dig just to fuck with you. People get to know you and dig just to know where to fuck with you. You have to be aware of this shit all the way around. All the way around. You have to be aware and play the game and play the invisible chessboard very smart. Okay? And I mean very smart. Learn the principles of playing chess. I'm actually going to buy myself a nice, cute little chessboard, by the way. Learn the principles of playing chess. Practice them on an actual chessboard and see if they work. Learn the beginner principles, learn the intermediate principles, and then learn the advanced principles of playing chess. Now, let's get back to checking in with your aura. You have to understand that you have to know yourself through and through. Okay? And remember what Littlefinger said. A lot of us are liars. Some of us are better at it than you. You always got to know that. But you don't feel intimidated by it. It's like a fight. You don't feel intimidated. It's like that fight. The bigger you are, the harder you fall. And that can be metaphorically. It doesn't have to be physically. You see, you have to know how to choose your battles too. Yesterday, I go to the, we go out to get something to eat. So we're at the fast food window. And the window is on my side. And so while the window side, we're sitting there and I just get my stuff. I retrieve my stuff, thank you, whatever. And I continue and I was talking to her. So literally in the middle of a conversation, talking to her while I was retrieving my stuff. And I just kind of was just very direct. This hot sauce, whatever it is, But I could tell his energy kind of got serious too. And here's the thing. I'm not mean to no one who serves my food at all, whatsoever. But I started to realize for me that I don't really acknowledge people. I don't really look at people. When I communicate with them, when I do things, I don't look at people. They are a wall to me. When I talk, I don't look at people. Sometimes I have to realize how judgy I am, where I'm probably looking at somebody's fucking shoes, the way that they fucking wear their clothes or their nails. I didn't even realize that I had to come to realize that that's something that I do. And that's the energy thing when you do stuff like that. Sometimes people's reaction to you is not a reaction that they can control, even if they're trying to hide themselves. You need to know that being an intuitive spiritual person, you may bring out the worst reaction out of people too. But you have to look at that and handle that as you may. It's a fucking dull moment that this particular zodiac sign is always screaming and fucking yelling. Another thing, even if you find yourself slipping up in your little invisible chessboard game, you just pick yourself back up again and you play the game again. You pick yourself back up again and you realize what you did and you do it different. It's okay. We don't all have great days when it comes to this. We're always playing a long game. See, I am the type, I could work with you, I could be around you, and then when it's outside of work, I won't even acknowledge you. See, I do shit like that. A lot of people can't do shit like that, but I do. Once you do something to hurt me in any type of way, and I continue to see you do that, you get cut off very slowly by me. You get dismissed by me. My words are very short with you. That's just, you don't get nothing from me. That's just how I am. Spiritually intelligent and beautiful, creative, fashion sense, organic, unique, authentic, you are going to be hated. I need you to understand that. You are going to be hated because on top of your beauty, on top of your talents with your beauty, you're intuitive and you're in the know. And therefore, you got to understand that people will feel some type of way. People will feel some type of way that you move the way that you do. People will feel some type of way. I asked my partner all the time, I say, I asked her, how do I come off? And she told me, you come off like you don't want nobody bothering you, you don't want nobody talking to you. That's how you walk, and that's the whole energy that you get. I was like, oh, okay. That's the energy that I give. She doesn't get that energy from me, but everybody else do. Let me tell you something else. Another thing that matters the most is the people you care about. The people who get to know you for who you are. The people you trust getting to know you for who you are. The people you show yourself, like your true self to. Those are the people that matter. The people that you don't show yourself to, they don't matter. Trust me when I tell you, they do not fucking matter. Not at all. And that comes with age. For those of you that are young in your 20s, trust me, that comes with age. And I promise you this when I tell you, nobody else matters but the ones that matter. Another thing, and I'm going to keep saying another thing. That's how I gather my thoughts. You know something else that is very intriguing to me? What about the person who they know they don't like you, but they want to come around you? Let me explain that to you. Those are people who think it's two things going on there. Maybe multiple, but just I'll say the main two. These are the people that the SW could be affecting them. You are something that they could be interested in, yet the SW does not like someone like you, right? Because you could be the very thing to tell them to leave that SW, right? Energy. Because it's not just the SW, y'all. It's not that. It's just sexual energy in general reads, spiritual exchanges, no matter what the gender, okay? SW was just more of a thing because of energetically what you're dealing with. You're dealing with something chemically coming into your body and all that kind of stuff. But shit, it's the same thing even just when you're just having sex with somebody in general. Okay? Hey, Hot Power Wig, I was literally thinking about you. Thinking about you while I was talking. I saw your comment. I'm like, did she listen to that 8-hour show? Because that's the long ass show. Yeah. No. That wasn't the 8-hour show. That was the show from last time, Checking with Your Aura, where I played the videos and stuff. And I was talking in between. Yeah, I saw your comment. I saw it like before I went to bed. So now the people who do not like you but want to come around you anyways, two things going on. The first thing I told you, but here's the second thing. They think they smart. They think they're clever. Those are the people that think that they're very clever by coming around you, being around you, trying to get to know you, while all at the same time not realizing that you realize that. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, I appreciate that right there. Yeah, you gotta check your aura. I was back here putting together this desk that I literally have the computer on. I have to put the other computer on. I got one of those L desks. Yeah, got my little investment on. Now I done did all that, and I didn't get not get one. Did not get an office chair. Yeah, I gotta get an office chair now. So All right, I'm back, y'all. Goddamn tech issue. That motherfucker just said blue blue. Anyway, they play a long game. All right, I gotta start doing my bookmarks and shit. They play the long game. But this particular experience, I understand that you have to understand that when you are experiencing these things, especially when you are young, okay, and you get older and you wake up. Listen, I tell you every time, it's okay if you get upset, mad, whatever, feel trick, whatever. It's okay, but understand and be thankful for the experience. Because trust me, when you have the experience, it seems strange for me to tell you this, but the fact that you had the recognition of this experience, or you're able to recognize what's being done to you or have been done to you, now you can recognize it moving forward in your life in so many different ways, I promise you. It's so deep. Because the same way that you was tricked, manipulated, and hurt, you will find yourself doing the very same thing to other people in your own kind of way, if not the exact kind of way. This is how I know life is full of karma. You have to be honest with yourself. What was my emotional point at that life? What was I going through in my life? What was I depressed about? What was I sad about? What was I hurt about? What was I angry about? What wasn't I paying attention to? What was I drinking, smoking at the time? What was I doing that this was able to happen and I wasn't able to see it, or I didn't listen to my intuition? Who was I fucking at that time in my life? You have to look at all of these things. Who was I around? You got to consider all of these things. The work world, don't take it serious. Only time you step and you get rowdy is if you feel like somebody's coming in between you and your motherfucking money. But you have to do it smart. Trust me when I tell you, there's two things at work: a lot of fucking cowards and criminals. But a lot of times you're going to lean on to a lot of cowards more than anything. That's at work, okay? People who have this false sense of entitlement at work. People are able to be whatever the fuck they want to be at work. They can be the most mean, fucked up person at work and be a doormat at home. I've seen people who tough as hell at work, and then when you see them outside of work, them motherfuckers look like Minnie Mouse, just all soft and everything. Like, that's you for work? Not me. I think I'm far more meaner outside of what work is. I'm not really easily approachable. You know what I'm saying? I had one time a coworker told me, "Don't say you're mean. You just have a discerning spirit." I said, "No, I'm mean." I said, "This is who I am at work," but I said, "I'm mean." About that time, yeah. I'm mean. I don't let nobody pull my words other places. You know what I'm saying? I just really don't. Okay. Also, another little thing to just take note of, everybody. You know, there's a lot of deviance. That's the word that's coming to me. Deviance. It's another word. It's not coming to me right now at work. You got people that you're walking around with that have porn addictions, who probably watch, who are abusive as fuck. And I tell you this because I noticed something about me too. And then you have to recognize what kind of energy stays away from you. And you can all relate to this. If you still hear High Power Wave, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Emotionally abusive, conniving, sneaky men do not like me. They do not come around me. Women who use people and lie and do sneaky shit, they do not like me and they don't like to come around me. I had to get nasty with a coworker, right? Like nasty in a very mean girl kind of way because she was fucking with me. Okay. And I have my other ways of being nasty towards people, but you have to fuck with me for me to do that. And I was talking to somebody else while talking about her, and I said, she being mean to me, but I'm meaner. Because I know that I am. You see, you have to ask yourself and be honest with yourself. Do you really see yourself at 75, 80 years old working on somebody's fucking job? Like seriously coming in, that's your life. And talking about all this stuff about your life and how you get 2 retirement checks. Did you really see that being your life? And I know the answer is no. And it's a damn sure no for me. I have plans for myself. I have plans to be across seas, living somewhere. And I told my partner, I said, me and you, I said, you old with me, you coming with me too. Your ass is gonna retire and you coming across seas with me too. I don't give a damn about how you feel about the water. She laughed at me. No life. You can't take things personal. They repeat what other people say. They don't have their own fucking brain. They don't know how to handle it when somebody do. Yeah, girl. Listen, it is okay. Excuse me, I don't want to put your business out there. So we don't do that. Okay. Portland. Is that Arizona? Oregon? Where's Portland at? Ain't got a life. Ohio people are cool, but I can't see myself living here. Oh, you know, girl, I love Ohio. You gotta find somewhere else to go, girl. Come on now, don't do Ohio like that. That's one of the places I want to live. Shit, you can keep a good job in Ohio. It's Oregon. I was right the first time. Nah, I like Ohio. I fucks with Ohio. Not too much on Ohio, baby. I had a great damn time. I was in Dayton. I had a fucking blast. I went to downtown Dayton and shit. I saw this white girl, this short white girl, long hair and shit, that looked in my eyes. I looked at hers, and I ain't never forgot her. Boy, I was in love. I said, God damn, who was that? That's the problem with beautiful states. That's the problem right there. It's that part. Okay. Is that part right there? North Carolina is a beautiful. I hate the people here. I bet Oregon is absolutely beautiful. I just hate the people, but I gotta keep this up here. This one right here. This one tops the cake. This one right here tops the cake. I just for the life of me, I have really come to realize that the reason what everybody is perceiving as lazy, understand that we were quantum leaping. This goes back into a conversation I had with somebody. We are quantum leap. We are supposed to have been quantum leaping into a new time. A lot of people don't want to be at work because work is the very thing that's making them sick. You ever notice how people, they have problems with their eyes, their ears, their backs, their bodies, and this is because work is making them sick. I don't get that sick unless I was at work. If you're getting sick a lot, that means what's around you is making you sick. Getting sick like that is not normal. The last time I got sick and knocked down, they took me off the schedule for that week. I mean, I was knocked down sick. Do you know I have felt so much better after I got knocked down sick for that whole fucking week? Like when I tell you my body felt like, like it just like I needed to be sick. My mind became clear. I became more organized. I became cleaning my home a lot more. Then as I began to get more grounded in myself, I started making investments such as this desk, such as a new bed frame. You see what I'm saying? All of these things. A steam cleaner in my house. If I need to sleep, I sleep all the way. These are the things that I do now. Yeah, management, those are the main people. You know, Gen X are the mid 40s. No, actually we are, but the Gen Xers are now, the early late Gen Xers are in their mid 40s. The older Gen Xers are already about 60 right now. Okay, no. They're already about going at 50, going into about to be 60, about 40s, about to be 50 or getting into their 50s. These are the Gen Xers. Those are the Gen Xers. Mid 50 to 60s. Millennials, the older millennials we already hit 40. We're like 41, 42 now. That's the older millennials. Gen Z say that they love having millennial managers. They say that they're the coolest, most kindest, loving, understanding managers. Gen X and Gen Z. And a lot of Gen Zs are managers. A lot of them have gone to school, and a lot of them just go for what they need to go for. They don't get caught up with titles and what they just get what they need to get where they got to go. They didn't have to sit on a job for years with a GED or even with the certification or degree for years before getting recognized for a position as a manager. That's not what we do. That's Gen X shit. That's what they did. That's not how we move. Millennials and Gen Z, we're the type that we will get certifications and all that stuff while we're at the job to move up in the job, or we will continue to move up the position. We don't take a long time. I was at that job for 3 or 4 months before I asked for another position. And they just now, after being there for a year, a little bit more than a year now, I'm getting trained for that position. See what I'm saying? I also encourage everybody here, fuck the naysayers. Get your spiritual protection up. Get that Florida water. Make your rose water. I'm going to make me some rose water. You know what I'm saying? Get that spiritual bath and cleanse your aura. Get them, when you get them body scrubs and stuff with the intentions of cleansing your spiritual aura. Get these oils, get these different herbs and stuff like that. Cleanse your aura. Light the candle magic. Do it with intentions. Intentions. Oh, it's supposed to be that way. And that's because now the millennials and the Gen Zs are growing up. Gen Zs are in their 30 years old. They're just like 30, and you know what I'm saying? That's why. We want this work world, this work culture thing that's supposed to have died a long time ago. People weren't just staying home in the federal jobs to be lazy. That's not true. They still were getting up to work. It's just people needed a break from people. Gen X and boomers are toxic. Someone needs to tell them they are toxic. Something is, they need help. They need to do some serious. Boomers are suffering more because of their karma. The boomers are dying in this. I don't know what's going on with the net, but I want to tell y'all something else just to give y'all a heads up. Anytime you are streaming and you do not show your face, because you have to turn the camera off, always throw something in front of the camera lens. Just wanted to give y'all that hint. Because sometimes you got to be careful because out here, people project it. People be energy, be wanting to see what you look like so bad. They can project your goddamn camera, Tony. I only like Oregon so I can live in solitude. I do not have solid friendship out there, and I'm okay with that. Yeah, that's always the case with most people who tend to isolate themselves or tend to, like, even with myself, it's a bit isolated out here too. It's still a small town that I grew up in, so I'm gonna know the faces of people, and people are gonna know me. But I mean, it's very understandable. Just understand that when you decide, you know what I'm saying, to come to these type of towns to live, you gotta understand. The small town life shit is gonna come with it. You feel me? That's all I'm saying. 1 second. Yeah, so that small town life stuff comes with it. That very slow. They don't really go nowhere. They don't really know nothing else outside their town. And it's hard for people to believe that there are people that live like this. But no, there are people that live like this. Like, there are literally people in this town. They have been in this town. And that trips me out. It trips me the fuck out. I'll be like, bruh, like, you never left this town? You dead ass never left this town. Like, you didn't go nowhere. You ain't expand yourself to another city. Yeah, that's what they do. Hold on, the microphone about to come back on. I need my mic. Yeah. To live in a beautiful, better life than what she had, even though it was a bit racist, but she was able to still survive because of, she's lighter skinned. Like, she looks like she could be white herself. So, and I found that, like, when she came back to her hometown, it's like the depression came back in. That's not what it is for me. It's more of uh the realization of motherfuckers in my real life, my family life, seeing who them for the fuck they are. That's the part for me that's like where it gets rough, That's where it got rough. Like, oh, you really ain't shit. Like, you really ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? And hold on. Another thing too about that small town life shit is that you gotta understand too that, like, for those of us that come from it, that what I'm saying is there are people who may resent the fact that you did leave the town and you did have another life and you did survive and and that you made way with it. Because there's people that they lived up north, they had jobs and everything up there, and they still end up coming back. But you never know what they came back for. They probably couldn't survive up north. You know what I mean? what I mean? Because at the end of the day, it's the other one that I like. Where did it go? I got this cheesecake spray. This shit smells so goddamn good. They was all over me, literally. Like, damn, you smell good. Like, what? Shit, they was all over me. Like, ooh, you smell good. I'm like, damn, do I smell that good? Yeah, I got this cheesecake spray. I don't even know where I put that bitch. Give me a second, guys. I know what I'm doing. Found it. And so this shit smells so good. And so with all that, right? People at work or just in general, right? Or just going back to what I'm talking about in general, is that the most simplest shit, right? I promise you, it'd be the most simplest shit with people. That could be the most asinine shit with people. You know what I mean? And the most asinine shit with people is that it's the fact that people got some shit with them that they don't know how to self-reflect with. People sit down and they go through these things and they just sit down and they go through it. They don't know. It's not even that they don't have the tools. They don't know how to use the tools of getting through it. That's what it is. You know, work is where the biggest losers can feel empowered by cheating, by dogging people out, by fucking two people at the same time while at work, while fucking married people. You get what I'm saying? These people get a sense of some kind of false idea of power. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? You got people who are literally the popular person at work, but they ain't shit at home. Nobody at home has nothing good to say about them. These are the people who died, and the people at their job had such great things to say about them, while everybody who knew them in their real life rolled their motherfucking eyes like, who the fuck are you talking about? Because I don't know who that is. And you know how you know this? Tell you something, and a lot of people have experienced this. People pocket watch like a motherfucker at the job, yo. They pocket watch. People sit here, and not only do they pocket watch, these people also sit here and will have a nerve to feel some type of way about what you worked hard for. Because you know why? They don't understand how you can have what you have working the job that they work too. Especially if you make less than them. They don't have the common sense to say, this person is smart with their money. They don't have that type of common sense. You have people who don't get raises. That's why I say you cannot fuck with married people, especially anybody married. They're the most comfortable people. They don't know life, especially if they've been married since they were in their 20s. It's an old man in my job that had been married since he was 21 years old. How fucking fucked up is that? I was literally having a discussion about marriage, and I'll be 41 this year. You think I ever sat down and talked about marriage and the relationship I have over 10 years? I play games. You know how many dudes, I want to marry you. Oh, okay, that's nice. Motherfuckers always play around with that word to me. Like, are you really trying to G me with fucking marriage? I don't give a fuck about no marriage. Now in my life, at 40 going into 41, I've been talking about marriage. But it's going to be a different kind of marriage for me. Married people don't really have a sense of self-sufficiency. That's the number one thing you got to understand. You have self-sufficiency when you are on your own. Even if you're in a relationship and people don't know about your life, you're still, I can say I'm self-sufficient because I live with myself. My children are self-sufficient. My oldest is self-sufficient. Went out there and got a job on her own. Making money on her own. Know how to get money from her dad, me, and everybody else on her own. Very self-sufficient from watching a self-sufficient mother. And the therapist I miss the most, Erin, she said this to me. I never thought of it this way, but she told me this. She said, the beautiful thing about what you're doing and this choice that you're making, before I made the big, big whammy choice I made, when I started moving and making that choice before I finally left, is the fact that your daughter can see your independence and see you doing things for yourself. That's going to motivate her. She told me that years ago. What's that, about 6 years ago? Maybe 7 years ago? She told me that. And then here it's coming into fruition in my life now. And I'm like, damn, that's so fucking true. Because I look at her and I go, oh my God, this girl is like, she is on a mission. What is she trying to do with her life? I'd be inspired by watching her. Because of me, because of what I show her. This is why I'm so protective over my children. I don't talk to people about my children or even tell people how many children I really have. So I'm very, very protective over my babies. They're super smart. One of them got published. One of them poems got published. Okay? One of them won a bike for winning some reading and writing comprehension. One of them is in the honor roll. And that's bouncing around all the children. One of them it came in as a valedictorian in their high school. All of these different things. I cannot share the joy of these accomplishments of my children because I know how fucked up people are. If we can't share them together, I'm not sharing them at all. You got bitches my age who are grandmothers. Their daughters made them grandmothers. That's crazy. My daughter's sitting here taking her after school. And then after she graduates, she's going to be right here in the back of her room, because that's her room. And she's still going to be good. Regardless, she's still going to be good. But it's not about me. Let's get back to the topic at hand. Check in with your aura. You understand that truly being happy within, truly loving yourself, like 100% loving yourself, you need to understand what comes with that. And what's going to come with that is a lot of haters, a lot of jealousy, and a lot of envy. Okay? You need to know that that's going to come with it. You need to know that being smart and beautiful and spiritually intelligent and spiritually in tune is going to come with a lot of hate, a lot of jealousy, and a lot of envy. You need to know that. You may have to get aggressive. You may even have to fight just to back people off of you. And I'm not encouraging that, but sometimes it may have to come to that. Or it may have to be where you have to give somebody a good tongue lashing in your own type of way. Because some people, they're sadistic and they ask for beatings. They ask. They walk around in this world and they want to be abused. They want to give, they hate themselves, so they want that constantly reflected back to them. But the spiritually in tune people, these are the people that we ignore and we walk around them. And we'll tell them, you're not going to use me as the catalyst of your self-hate. Sometimes you have to read and call out the energy that they are. Like, you're fucked up. You're internally fucked up. I'm not going to mess up my face, my pretty face, because you're fucked up and you're so ugly on the inside. Sometimes you have to talk up to people like that. People can be very annoying. Some people are not even aware of how fucking annoying they are. They're so used to being how they are that they don't realize that they're just so fucking annoying and that they're so energetic vampires. Any woman who's married is a needy woman. She needs somewhere to feel empowered. She needs something and someone to control because she has none in the house in her marriage. I've seen it on Catfish. Even with same-sex marriages. The wife just looked worn out. This woman is parlaying getting catfished by this ugly bitch with this retarded ponytail in her head, who's loving every moment of it, wanting her to leave her wife to be with her, lying on the wife. The wife pulls up like, okay. And I know she's not going to leave her wife. She done been through too much with her. She ain't leaving. She can threaten to get her ass to act up. We act right, but she ain't leaving her. And the wife was whining over some shit like, oh, I was going through a death and she wasn't there for me. Girl, she's exhausted with your crazy ass doing this goofy shit online. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I like where I live. I live in solitude too, in a sense. Even though I have neighbors, I'm gonna have more neighbors, but there's still a sense of solitude. It's quiet. It's not like when I was in New York with all that noise you used to hear. Y'all remember all that noise I used to hear when I lived in New York? Well, you're not gonna hear that here. It's literally probably my neighbor's truck, or you might hear, music from a car, but I did that shit like at nighttime. But I'm not, the shift I work. I missed the last 5 minutes of what you were saying. The last 5 minutes of what I was pretty much saying is that there are people who they will use you as the catalyst of their self-hate. They want to be abused all day, every day because they hate themselves. And I'm saying you may have to call it out and tell them, I'm not abusing my beautiful face because you're so ugly on the inside, because you feel so fucked up on the inside. Sometimes you have to meet people like that. Like sometimes you really do. That's what I was saying. Pretty much that. Like ain't nobody really worth it. Ain't nobody really worth fighting. Not in this world. They just, especially when you're beautiful, that's just for their reason to try to bang up your face and shit. That's really what their intentions in the first place. They just want to hurt your face. People feel some type of way because millennials, we're aging gracefully, baby. If you're not aging gracefully as a millennial, that means you've been living fucked up. I think some people, they should not be looking at old. They're younger than me. They look worn the fuck out. I stay away from them because I look really good for my age. I don't pay attention. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I'm just used to being who I am, and I'm just who I am. And like I said, my goal now is to start doing some heavy lifting. Like I dead ass went close to a bodybuilder body. I'm not gonna hold you, Hot Power Wig. I know you be up in that gym. I don't know what your goals is, but I'm trying to be built like or some like bodybuilder type shit. Yeah. Type muscle type shit. like my dad. That's what 40 been doing to me. Like I've been picking up what I've been wanting to box for a while, a long time in my life. That was one of my secret deep passions that I always had is boxing. Always wanted a physique, a certain physique, but now I can really make it happen. I don't like feeling weak. Yes, people will age you. People listen, people will age you. And I'm telling you, people will feel some type of way when you're not worn out and you're just very beautiful and you're just your spirit. They hate that shit. I can't stand when I hear somebody be like, I always wanted to go to New York. You can still go. It's a 9 to 10 hour ride, and it's not even that long if you get on the airplane. I don't understand that. I didn't live in Finland. I didn't live in Japan. I'm not from fucking Australia. I'm from New York City. You can go there. See, being from Hawaii, oh man, I want to go. I always wanted to go to Hawaii. But even after a certain age, and you say you always wanted to go somewhere, those are not the words that should be coming out your mouth. It should be, that's one of the places I'm going to go. That's the communication style. More confidence. Like, oh yeah, I'm going to go there. Definitely going to go to Hawaii. They have money and big houses, but that's all they got. If they die, we only going to know them by how big their house is. Right. Kind of same thing here too. I like talking to people. People talk stupid. People don't communicate. I'm a New Yorker. New Yorkers talk a certain ways to each other. And there's a level of intelligence and confidence and a way of sharing while talking to you. It's a different way of conversation. I don't like the way they communicate here. And I really don't like the Hispanics here because they communicate in a very narcissistic way. They want to talk to you, but they don't want you, yeah, they big too, but not they. Yeah, like it's be like, you want to talk to me, but when I talk back to you, you don't like the way I talk back to you. No, no, I've not been to Chicago. If I go to Chicago, it will only be to see my favorite writer, and that's Shonda Rhimes. Chicago has great jazz history. I was just thinking about Chicago. Chicago has great history, like American history. The mob, the gangs came from Chicago. The Black Panther comes from Chicago. The free lunch that we have till this day comes from Chicago. I think Madam C.J. Walker, the first Black millionaire, I think she came from Chicago. I think she did. So no, Chicago is not a place. I thought about Chicago, but I'm like, what am I going to Chi-Town for? It'll be like, I have to have a purpose of why I'm going somewhere. Like years ago, I was going to move to Cali. I'm about to bounce. I'm about to get all my shit and move to Cali. Me and baby girl. Cali ain't friendly like that. Nah, it ain't, bro. But a lot of people I know went to Cali, they went for opportunity. That's my point. They got movie deals. They got to write on certain scripts. A lot of astrologers. They got to be on radio shows. Like it was a lot of the New Yorkers that I know that went to Cali. They came for the opportunity. That's what everybody said. They said, I love the opportunity that I have here, but I don't like LA. Talk to nobody, they do not know. Yeah, I mean the city, but see, that's the thing. That's the intelligence of people from the city, though. Well, see, this is what I learned about out versus the city. One second. I need to put some damn deodorant on. The thing about yeah, this microphone picks up everything. Oh, but Bella is laying on a new carpet. I got a new custom carpet, y'all. That shit type fire. I'm about to get another one with my face on that bitch, though. Yeah. Gotta be your own muse, you know what I'm saying? So the city people simply do not fuck with you. You feel me? City people be like, I don't know you. I don't fuck with you. Because I don't know you, right? The people in the South, they're gonna be in your face with all that Southern charm and shit to get to know who you are. So they can go back and run and tell people about you and shit like that. But what they need to understand is people from the city, we don't do that. We don't do all that. And we're not impressed by the fact that we're trying to charm us. We don't even like flattery. To be honest with you, city people don't even fucking like flattery. You don't like you smiling in our face and shit, and we don't know you. Actually, we get more mad at that. But I'm from New York City, though. From the hood, baby. I would trust friendliness in Hawaii before I trust friendliness in North Carolina. I will trust it in Hawaii before I trust it in North Carolina. And damn sure before I trust it in New York City. I've met people, I've met a few people from Hawaii living in America. And they have been the most kindest, friendliest people. Kindest, just spiritually very happy people. There's a difference. I am intuitive. I can pick up sincerity. Like there's a woman at my job, like she is just the happiest spirit, sincerely a happy spirit. Just very infectious, you know, everything about her. That's sincere. That can't be faked. That type of spirit cannot be faked. What I like about you, let me put this on the big screen. What I like about your show last night was the woman who said white people are cold because they focus on individualism. Yes. Yes, that was really good. You can tell that she was raised around white people and she had white friends. You noticed that, right? Difference between individuality and individualism. Yes. Very true. See, black people and people of color culture have individuality, right? Just like you can go to the hood, but there's still the little groups inside of the hood, but we're all in the hood. You see what I'm saying? You can go to Southside Queens. We all in Southside Queens, but there's still individualism inside. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Let me get this one. That's why when a black woman calls them baby, they feel some type of way, and not all white people own slaves. White people are cold as fuck and avoidance. Yes, I said this. Here's the thing, though. I talked to Bob about this. Even women who come from cold regions take on the same personality. Okay? So women in places like You know, even like New York City, New Jersey, even if they are Black women or women of color, they take on the personality of being very cold. I told you I don't laugh and smile. I don't walk around here. I don't walk around here laughing and smiling. Ever since my grandma died, I was like, who gonna take me serious if I'm smiling and laughing all day? See what I'm saying? That kind of mentality happened to me, and that was the moment all of that went away from me. No, because Midwest is cold, but they still welcome it. I can understand that. But Northeast women are just built different. I just noticed that Northeast women and West Coast women, we can be, when it comes to interactions with people, or even especially males, the opposite sex, we're just very cold about what we want and how we want it done. If you sit down and take an American man and you ask him what, sit down. I gotta find a video because it was an artist that really spoke about the different women of the different regions. If you ask them what kind of women and what region do they prefer, listen to what they say. Most men prefer, they like the hustle of the Northeast woman. They love her hustle. They love that she'll tell you to get off your ass and get it done. They love that about her. But that other side, that other side of her is the side that they don't get from her. They feel like they don't get nurtured and love from her, but they were not realizing that the Northeast woman's love and care for you is the fact that she is saying something to you. The moment she ain't saying shit to you, the moment she doesn't care, that's when you need to be worried. But every man will say they want a Southern woman, because the reality is a lot of Southern women are a bit dumb and they're a bit naive. And a lot of them definitely be like, hell no to the West Coast. I'm surprised at that. I would say I'm more of a tiger mom. You gotta understand, depending where you come from, like I'm very affectionate, very loving, you know, just give you a hug and talk to you, and but I'm more of a tiger mom. I am a tiger mom. Tell you what life is, the reality of life. Yeah, they could be dumb, but sometimes people just want to live their life, so it may come off dumb. Yeah, I get it. I get it. But I mean, I'm saying because like my mother's been down here for a long time, and she tends to be laughy and smiley, and I don't laugh and smile like that. Like you know what I'm saying? Hey, I know she just be trying, but it's like she gotta understand. I don't be joking like that. I don't be laughing and smiling. I don't do all that. I meant to put that on stop. And so it's kind of a conflict because it's not me intentionally trying to be anything me. I just don't be laughing and smiling like that. And it may take time for me to get out of it. You know, it may take time. So you know, when you've been somewhere for a long time, that's how much time it might take for you to recoup again, maybe. But you know, being happy and laughing and smiling, nah, I can't really do that. Yes, it's my neighbor, right? Yeah, hold on, y'all. What's up? Alrighty, I'm back. So, what was I saying? I just don't. I just don't. And the thing is about laughing and smiling for me, like, you gotta have some kind of trust. I have to have some kind of trust to laugh and smile with people. You know what I'm saying? If I don't trust you, I'm not laughing and smiling with you. You feel me? 1 second again. So the mess in here. And understand, like, it's the environment I come from, it's how I was, what I was around. You know what I'm saying? Like, my dad is like that. He's funny as fuck though. He's hilarious. But my father is a very serious person. Like, real serious. Like, you know what I mean? He ain't nothing to fuck with type serious. You know? And I mean, for those of you that have the capacity to laugh and smile, that's beautiful. That's a beautiful thing that y'all can do that. I can't. Not at this point. I mean, I laugh and smile with my partner because, you know, that's somebody that I can laugh and smile with. That's a different kind of karmic soulmate connection that we have there. I laugh and smile with my children all day. You know what I'm saying? But trauma and all that stuff too can cause that. There's some things that people will laugh at that I don't laugh at. You know what I mean? I have a very dark sense of humor. I have a very, very dark sense of humor. Some of the stuff that I laugh at, I be like, damn, should I laugh at that? I was laughing at a guy at work because motherfucking his goddamn son's mother left his ass. And ever since she left his ass, he was hungry. He couldn't find nothing to eat for himself. He was pathetic. He was trying to date again. He was pathetic. I thought that was funny. And then eventually, oh shit, with my work shirt. Then eventually his mother, she left him. His mother left him and was like, can't watch your kid no more, bud. You're gonna have to get work another shift. I thought that was funny. So I laugh at shit like that. And I be laughing at people that be feeling sorry for these dudes. I'm like, I knew he was a piece of shit. I knew that motherfucker wasn't shit. And he still ain't shit. And these goddamn mammies on his side. Like, well, she left the baby and this, that, and the third. Like, girl, please. That's the story he told you. That's the story he told you, right? Yeah, that's how I feel. Laugh at that motherfucker. Fuck him. Myself, when my coworker told me about his cancer, oh girl, this cancer chick at my job. She got a bald spot on her head because a married man at her job. Girl, dumbasses. Like, yeah, fuck these people. People are retarded, man. Fuck them. Take that from people who do personal readings. People are fucking retarded, man. They don't be worth it. They don't even be worth fighting. I'm trying to tell you, man. You was laughing at her bald spot. Her hair while giving head. He pulled her hair out. Not to be to your mom. But my hair be getting pulled when I give head to my, you know what I'm saying? I be like, well, goddamn. I'll believe that other. I'm gonna leave the rest of that conversation. That's behind the. That's in the temple conversation, okay? God damn, he didn't have to pull. Well, her hair must have was weak already if he gave her a bald spot. She has no boundaries. Because I'll be damned if you snatching me bald. That's what you're not doing. Anyway, y'all, I'm just chit-chatting until I gotta go. But the thing is, it comes down to one thing, right? It comes to yourself. And it comes to picking your battles, okay? You have to choose those battles. That's why they are ugly. People are ugly on the outside because they are ugly on the inside. That's something I had to learn. No, people are ugly on the outside because of that. Yeah, while she doing that shit. HR is messy. HR can't be trusted. All right? HR cannot be trusted. People ugly, they pick on you. Oh, yeah. I got picked on by an old Asian lady with a nigga. She got kicked off. She got kicked off the family wheel because she chose black dick over wealth. So she don't like me. They laid off HR here last week. Damn. That means HR is, yeah, that job you got, HR be lit. I could imagine I should have worked HR instead of working inside of the damn port. I should have been in HR because HR, I could imagine the shit that the drama and the no. See, that's one thing. Nobody's in my business. Like, not like that. I don't put nobody in my business like that. I know what to talk about. I can talk about work all day at work. I will talk about work all day at work. I am one of those. Okay, I'll be like, this, that, and the third, and what line we running, and what job is that, girl? I talk about that all day at work. Because that's what the fuck I'm at work for. And I might talk about some funny fight that I saw, but I don't be putting people in my business like that. Girl, for what? For fucking what? Okay, girl. Let me look at my email. Let me tell y'all something. At the end of the day, did I erase it? Okay. At the end of the day, focus on yourself. But I don't owe you a conversation. It's okay if you ask where I'm from. Right, you don't. You have to focus on yourself at the end of the day. You have to focus on yourself. You have to accept the fact that people are who they are, but you have to okay, it's a transit delivery on Wednesday. Okay, that's fine. You have to understand that life is truly what you make it. And you can be whatever the fuck and whoever the fuck you want to be, but you just have to be wise about how you do it. You have to also understand that you don't owe nobody the truth. You don't owe nobody the truth because guaranteed you they're not telling you the truth. You need to know that it's not nobody's business. And that the only person that you choose who you love, you choose who you feel for, you choose who you trust. You choose all this stuff. And when you come to understand that, you can navigate through this world just so much differently. You need to understand that people online are people online. That you need to understand that if you decide to make friendships online, there's consequences to that choice. You need to understand if you decide to have a relationship online, you need to know what you're doing. Again, I met my partner online. The thing was universal because we were right in the same area with each other. That was the only way we were going to find each other. That's how we see it. And it's people I had to get rid of in my life in order for her to come in. And then on top of that, I won't lie. Sometimes I do randomly think about, not random, nothing's random, think about the ex, but it's like, why would I want to go back and talk to you again after what you've done to me? Be forgiven for what you did. And you have to understand that I talked about this too. People online are more likely to ghost you, disrespect you, dismiss you, because they don't have to do the face-to-face with you. People can be very big cowards. This is the most loving and open relationship I have had in my life, that I have chose to have in my life. I choose to open, to be honest, to do the things that I do. I choose to say how I feel. I choose to listen. I choose to say I'm sorry. I choose to do all that. But this is what I'm trying to get you all to understand. You don't got to be nice to nobody. You don't got to be kind to nobody. I understand common courtesy. I don't give a fuck about common courtesy. That's just me, though. Anyway, any other comments, questions, concerns? I hate that I be having a taste for a shot of soda. It gets on my nerves sometimes. Anybody working out? When I got a gym set now in my crib. I'm reorganizing everything in my house and stuff. I got to put up the new bed frame. I know I had that for like a week now, but I did the desk first because I'm like working around the house. I got my steamer. I'm excited about my steamer. Let me plug that out right now. I'm excited about that. I invested into that. You know, I didn't get the gym mat for the weights and stuff. I don't even know if I even got room for that at this point. I try to live a very minimalist lifestyle, but it looks like that's not going to happen. It's still not cluttered or nothing, but it ain't as minimalistic as I would like it to be. I guess that's the only possible life when you live alone. Life is changing over here, y'all. I'm about to have like 2 people in the house with me. You know, it's going to be a very different life soon come for me. And I'm actually looking forward to it. I've been alone for some time now. I done talked to a few people and I kissed a few frogs. I'm over exaggerating. It wasn't a few frogs, but I did my thing. I finally stepped my toe out there to date and to meet people and shit. And then I finally found something that I actually like, someone I like. Someone I actually care about too. So anyway, I won't be here. Like, I feel like it's gonna be a late day. Yep. I gotta go. I'm out of here.